Hey guys.
Hey, Jesse.
Hey. How are you guys?
Good. How are you? Is Erin? I don't have Erin. Do you have Erin?
She was in the circle that I clicked on,
Okay.
but I just don't know if she's on yet. Cause was she the one who said she'd try to get on up for, or was that you?
That wasn't me, so it must be her.
Yeah. I'm glad you guys could do it like earlier than 5 today.
I find it nicer to go earlier.
Yeah, I agree. I like it better, but not always, because I don't know if I could do it every week like that. But it is nice. Let's see. I guess I can. Let's see. Try and add her or text her really fast.
That's okay. Thank you, Jared.
All right, I'm texting her to see, because I sent her an invitation, so. Have you started that paper yet?
Nope. I probably won't start until the day before it's due.
Yeah, dude, I totally agree with you. I have no desire to do it at all.
Nope, me neither.
All we do in that class is type papers. She said she'll make it.
At 4 or 5?
I'll ask her what time will she be on. Let's see. She's ready, she said.
Okay.
So I sent her an invitation.
I sent her one too, so she should be able to get on soon.
Good. Let's see, now I'm just going to get that LDS activity ready so we can discuss. All right. She said she didn't get our invites. Has she not added herself to this group yet? Like, why can't she ever get our stuff?
That's a good question.
Because it says that she's in this video chat. That's what I don't get. Yeah, you added her and me, so I don't know.
Maybe I added the wrong Erin.
I'll try and add Erin. Well, I sent her another invitation, so we'll see.
There she is.
Hello.
Hey.
Sorry, I just got off work.
No, you're totally fine. Totally fine. Alright. Where's that obvious? So I guess we're supposed to talk about the word of wisdom.
All right.
Did you guys get a chance to read that LDS activity?
I haven't.
Okay. Do you want to just read it real fast?
Yes, I am right there.
Okay. This one's not that big. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, literally. Thank goodness we don't have to talk for an hour about this one.
Lion.
Okay.
Alrighty. So I guess the first thing we could talk about is, let's see, it says, explain how chapter 6 fits in the LDS culture. Start thinking about how does food and agriculture fit into the word of wisdom. The idea of when we eat and what we eat. So what do you guys think about that?
Well, it was kind of interesting. I was talking about this the other day about how, like, most of us, like, we get down the whole, like, the 5, like, no coffee, no tea, no drugs, like, all that. But with, like, eating healthy and, like, eating those grains that are in season and not eating meat, like, a lot, eating it sparingly, like, we're not very good about that part of the word of wisdom. We're good at the don'ts. I mean, yeah, we're good at not doing things, but we're not good at doing things, like, correctly.
Yeah. I totally agree. Because it's like, exactly, like, we know we're supposed to, like, take care of our bodies and stuff, but then we don't actually do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we overeat. Like, we eat lots of candy or lots of junk food, and I don't know. It's just interesting.
We're not very good at commitment either. At least I'm not, especially when it comes to like exercising every day. I can exercise for a couple of days and it's like, oh, I can take a break. And then I just don't exercise again.
Yeah.
There's this really interesting family in one of the wards out here. And they have taken like a new, I guess, like a really strong take on the word of wisdom. Like, you know, it's just really interesting. And they are all vegan.
Really?
And you ask them like why they're vegan, and they're like, well, I want to be temple worthy. And they're kind of like the extreme, and I'm like, oh, so you're calling me not temple worthy? Like, what is that supposed to mean? Like,
Different views.
you know.
Yeah, that's really weird. That's interesting.
So I
feel like
think it's
it-
really funny how people kind of take it like extreme too, you know.
Yeah, that
'Cause
is
that's not even part of the temple interview questions. Like, it's specifically, well, I guess it says, do you have any problems with the word of wisdom? It doesn't really go into detail. I guess if you're an overeater or you don't eat healthy, I guess your response would be, yeah, I have a problem with the word of wisdom. I overeat. But
Yeah.
I think Bishop would just laugh at you and be like, ha ha ha.
Dude, that would be really interesting to see, like, somebody actually do. You're like, I have a problem with overeating. Like, I wonder what he would say about it.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, well, my temple interview is coming up, so maybe.
Do it, man. Just one time.
Inspiration.
Yeah, I'll just be like, this is, afterwards, this is an experiment for my class.
Yeah.
No, it would be actually really interesting. I think I will. That would be really fun.
It would just be so funny.
Yeah, I'll let you know the response, because it really is. My temple recommends due November 1st, so.
Coming up.
Yeah, that's funny. That's cool, though. I never thought about that, like, when they asked me if I was temple worthy.
I'm not worthy.
So it says to talk a little bit about, like, genetically modified food and how that fits into the word of wisdom. That's interesting.
Yeah.
'Cause, it's like the word of wisdom, like you said, it's not to take any substance into our body that can do us harm. So it's like, if it's genetically modified, it does do harm to our bodies, like all the preservatives and stuff really isn't that healthy for us. But we don't ever think about that.
Mhm.
And how much food can you get that isn't have all of that chemicals and stuff in it?
You guys, last week for our portfolio submission, I watched that Food Inc. video on
Oh,
Netflix. It's
no.
disgusting.
It's so gross. It's so gross. Don't. You'll never eat, like, any animals or.
Is that where they like lift the pig up and they like kill it, like hang it to death, and then slam all the chicks into one machine and just kill them all? And
Yeah, it's awful. Literally, like, they showed a chicken farm, and it had, like, hundreds and thousands of chickens in it, and the chickens had been raised with, like, human antibiotics and things like that, and they were in, like, darkness, so the chickens didn't even have strength in their legs to stand up.
Ugh.
Like, they could push themselves up and, like, sip on the water that was, like, dripping down through the tubes, and then they would just, like, fall on their butt, and then they'd try and stand up again and fall on their butt, because like the way that I think it was Tyson, I think that's who it was about. The way that the Tyson people were raising their chickens was to have like a full-grown chicken in 54 days. So they were giving
Wow.
steroids, like growth hormones, human antibiotics. Yeah, crazy. Yeah. So I mean, I think that kind of stuff's wrong, like. But then it also said in there, like, if chicken farmers didn't do things the way that they do them, then our society, we would have to cut back eating meat. Like, an average American eats 200 pounds of chicken a year.
200 what?
Pounds of chicken
Oh my gosh.
a year. Yeah, so, like, if you think about it, like, it's our fault that those farmers have to, like, be
Have to do that.
and
Yeah, if
Yeah.
it was all natural, we would be hunting for our own food. Like,
Yeah. And, like, we don't even think about, like, all the harm that those chemicals, those preservatives, those steroids, hormones, whatever, that they're putting into our meat, and we tend to think of meat as being, like, healthy,
yeah.
But, like, really, it's not. Like, it's not even good for us. Like, McDonald's, ew. Like, I love it, but if you think about, like, all the stuff they do to it, like, gross. But,
Sorry, my computer was dying. I had to go plug it in.
no, you guys are. What do you guys think about that in the word and the word of wisdom, like the correlation?
It's time to go to organic food.
Seriously, though.
But the problem with that is it's so expensive.
Yeah, like college student is never going to be able to afford that.
Yeah. It's true. But then again, like, is organic really, like, organic?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's interesting.
I guess it's just like what you said, like the word of wisdom is anything that causes harm to your body. So like you can take it as that, you know, but like it's just it would be I don't know how to like word that without sounding like weird. Like it's just like really hard to live the word of wisdom to like the T without being like extreme, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of like keeping the Sabbath day holy. You know, there's like leeway. I mean, there's some things that we're told do not do, but then there's other things that like we can either be really extreme on, like you can't even turn the light on, you know, or like open the refrigerator to, you know, just kind of like the spirit of the law. And that's what I think we have to do with the word of wisdom. Is there's a ton of things that are unhealthy for us, but we have to live by the spirit of the law and figure out, okay, you know, is this too much? Like, what do I do? What should I put into my body? So I think really it's spirit of the law.
Yeah, like, I mean, but then again, it comes down to, like, what can we actually do about it, you know? Like, if we just stop eating all, like, genetically modified foods, like, we don't have anything to eat.
We're all going to have to raise our own animals and have our own gardens.
Oh man, I'm gonna starve to death, literally.
Do you think like in the millennium, like, or like in heaven, we to like have like all like organic and healthy, like from the ground foods?
I bet we do. Like, I bet in heaven, like, well, I don't know, because I don't even know if we'll eat. So.
But it makes us happy.
I know. It really does.
I know. I'd be pretty sad if they didn't have cheeseburgers in heaven.
Yeah. Me too. Okay. Wow, this is interesting. Like when he said, like he's heard that some people claim that it's people messing with Mother Nature and playing God. Isn't that interesting? Like I guess I read it, but I didn't read it like to that extent when I was doing it. But wow.
Yeah, that's weird. That kind of sounds like that extreme family I was talking about. Like.
Yeah, literally.
Oh my God, you know.
Yeah. So then it says, talk about money in LDS culture. And then he's like, it can be a funny one. It depends on where you are at and who you talk with. It can be interesting on how does money fit into LDS culture and the idea of materialism and wealth and other things. So what do you guys think about that? Like, how does money fit into our society?
Like being in two different areas, like for being, okay, how do I reword that? Okay, like I grew up in California, and so I kind of feel like everyone there, like in the church, like it was like a show to go to church, like who had the most money, who had the best cars, like who was wearing the best things, what best vacations they could go on. But like out here, the gospel is a lot more simpler, and like just people just have what they need and that's it. But I feel like in California, like that with that little thing said, it was kind of like, well, you would be rich if you lived the gospel.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you're poor because, you know, like, you're not doing something right in your life. Which is really sad because that's not true.
Yeah. I actually like have, I don't know, my brother is a member of our church, but he's less active. And something he always says when we go to like Utah or whatever and we drive in the mountains and there's like all of these huge, like hundreds of millions of dollars like spent on homes or like landscaping, swimming pools, he always like makes a comment like, these people go to church and they could be doing a lot more with like the funds that God has blessed them with. So it's kind of interesting because like to him he sees it as like prideful Mormons, people who just like use their money for whatever, everything other than what they should use it for is what he thinks that they're doing. So it's just kind of interesting, you know, like you said, like it is a competition, like even amongst the church, like how we dress, like that sister came in like a skirt from Walmart or something, you know, like somebody would say something like that.
Yeah.
So it's interesting how money does like affect our society. But let's see if there's something else we should discuss before. So he says that to talk about this quote, it says, "We recognize that food matters to our families, our communities, and our planet. As our food choices affect the physical, social, and environmental fabric of our lives." How does that fit in with LDS culture?
Sorry, could you read that one more time?
Yeah. We recognize that food matters to our families, our communities, and our planet, as our food choices affect the physical, social, and environmental fabric of our lives. How does that fit in with the LDS culture?
I think it's kind of like being an example. You're not going to go out and go buy drugs and alcohol, even though that's made from barley and other plants, because you're told not to, and so being the example to others could make a difference to them. Or if you go to a party, you know, you could be the one that has the milk while everyone else does whatever kind of drink they want to. Be an example in your social life too.
That's interesting. And you know, it's like I was thinking, because my sister served her mission in California, and she'd always tell us how like they had king crab for dinner, and you know, I guess like another part of it would just be like, you can live within your means, but also like don't always go overboard, you know, like you can eat like nice things occasionally, but I guess like use your money in a better way instead of just always like buying the best just because you can.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of what I was thinking. Do you guys have anything else you want to talk about? Oh, I started those surveys about things about things that they did or they think are good on Sundays. But I'm still waiting to get some back, so I'll get those to you guys soon.
It's been actually really interesting. I feel like this week, like Institute and church and I actually sat in on a zone conference this morning. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Because I actually live where I served, so so I just was able to sit in for a little bit, and like I feel like almost like every talk in the last 2 weeks have been about Sabbath day observance, and like same with like general conference, like it's just like Sabbath day, Sabbath day, Sabbath day, and so it it's really interesting that we've like chosen this as our topic, and I feel like, I don't know, at least in my area right now, because it's been so like pounded in our head, it might be like skewed.
Yeah.
Because like then I'll ask someone like, oh, well, how do you feel about like right after that talk? And they're like, oh no, like we gotta, you know.
Yeah, like you gotta change and we can't do anything. Yeah, that's interesting. That is interesting. Have you guys had any like cool like things come out of your research? Or had any cool experiences or anything?
Even though I'm in a college town, people still don't always have the same way that they handle their Sabbath days. So I find that interesting. That even though they were taught the same like rules or the same doctrine, it's not always followed exactly.
Yeah, it's true. We all kind of find our own ways to like be LDS, you know? Like to live within the rules of it and kind of still find like ways to just be obedient still, but like really close to like breaking the rules.
The line.
Yeah. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Anything else we should discuss?
No.
I'm okay. I'm good.
Cool. What do you guys want to meet next week? You care?
Anytime at 6 or later is good. Oh, not 6. Okay, it's 6 my time. It's really 4 your time.
So 4.
Yeah, that works better for me.
Okay.
Want to try Wednesday at 4 again?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, we'll do that then.
All right. Cool. Thanks, guys.
Yep. Bye guys.
See ya.